Hello, okie doke. Today, the Mighty Ra and their album Now in a Minute. This is the band's second studio album. Comes a few years after the debut, which was All Secrets Known, which I enjoyed very much. Now in a Minute was released just a few days ago, and I have to thank guitarist Andy Edwards for getting in touch to tell me the album was going to be released and sending me a review copy. I'm so pleased he did, because as much as I enjoyed All Secrets Known, I think I enjoy this one a little bit better. It's quite superb, sort of like chunky, heavy, proggy, and all sorts going on here, all sorts. I suppose I had to tell you about it then, didn't I? But before I do, little teeny tiny favour, if you wouldn't mind, please clicking that little subscribe button. It doesn't cost anything and it helps the channel, so subscribe to it if you wouldn't mind. So what's Now in a Minute all about? Well, when I reviewed All Secrets Known, I described that as I think it was something like a glorious progressive rock based on a set of songs mixing in elements of classic and melodic rock too, a bit special and so well composed and performed. Well, that applies here as well. And if anything, after I've spun this a few times, Now in a Minute goes beyond that. I think it's generally got a more heavier, chunky feel to it. Lots of chunky riffs, washes of keyboard sounds and spectacular guitar work. We've got synths, we've got organs all swirling around, mixing in with the guitar, lovely fluid bass lines, and some really solid, consistent drumming that's always there, providing that big backbeat. We got nice clear vocals, intelligent lyrics. You know, this album's got the lot. Lasts about an hour's running time, and it's such an interesting listen, also very well composed. And again, thanks to Andy for sending it to me. It's marvellous. Song-wise, what we got going on? Well, Gods of Reality, this bursts out the traps. We've got a nice brisk intro before some huge washes of guitar and keys making a big sort of atmospheric sound. Hooky chorus to draw you in. A sort of a weird midsection, which leads into a spectacular second half, which features some quite sublime solo work from Edwards. Mr. Disingenuous, I do like this one. It's not weird, but it starts off all sort of jazzy and a bit funky, which keeps coming back, but alternates with some really big, chunky, heavy riffs. The guitars and the synths and everything else merging superbly. Another catchy melodic chorus. It's a real grower of a song, something a little bit different, but you know what? Once you get into it, I think it's great. It's really infectious. New Wheel. This one comes in heavy, big guitar, organ, jaunty bass line, nice chunky rocky feel to it. That the riff is consistent and pushes it along. We got a nice synth break, and Edwards really lets rip. Phenomenal stuff, and the organ parts made me think of Uriah Heep. That's not a bad thing, is it? Sakura, Eastern tinged, and like New Wheel, another chunky, heavy one, which again reminded me of Uriah Heep, and it's catchy as well. And more of those glorious guitar histrionics and synths. Tremendous. Fashoda and Last Night on Earth retain that heavier momentum. And Last Night on Earth puts in a surprise of a saxophone break. Lovely. Revolution, both jaunty and catchy. I guess you'd call this a more traditional melodic hardish rocker with some purpose, quirky riff. And then the closer, Stories of Old. This is a lovely, brooding, haunting, acoustically based, well, at least to begin with, sort of like a atmospheric ballad. We've got folksy bits as well, tinkling piano, snare drum, and it all builds into that atmospheric, haunting ballad style. The mainly instrumental second half is remarkable again, as Edwards, well, just shows what a fine player he is, and it's so well composed song as well. Lovely way to finish it. a stunning album in my opinion, of well composed, varied, generally heaviest material, which mixes in all those elements of, yes, it's progressive, but it's heavy, it's melodic, it's classic rock, it's everything. It's great, it really is. Available from the Mighty Ra's BandCamp page, digital and good old physical formats. I'll put a link to that in the description below, so you can go along, you can listen to it first and see for yourself, or rather hear for yourself, just how good it is. So as I say, a link to the BandCamp page underneath. Thanks again to Andy for sending it to me, because it's just phenomenal. Please do subscribe to the channel before you go, because that would be marvellous. And as always, until next time, thanks for listening, thanks for watching, and take care.